a really cool method of putting a completed wire bonsai in a small pot of your choosing, and any size tree and any size pot. If you don't want a root system or the usual foundation, it's very simple. These you can purchase on Amazon in bulk. They're very inexpensive. They're ceramic, they're beautiful. They normally will come with a hole in the bottom for drainage for a normal plant. Just go ahead and get 6mm or whatever the hole size and glue a bead in there. And you'll understand why. We're going to be using resin. And this is the resin I purchased in Michael's or any craft store you can get it in the resin art section. This is a black light. Bought 2 at once on Amazon because when you need to do work like this, this is the fastest way to get this to stick instead of using glue. I don't use glue. It takes a little bit of time, but it's a lot shorter than waiting overnight. So what we're gonna do, that bead is already in there. We're gonna start off with some sand. You don't have to, but I just think it's gonna be easier. So what we'll do is we're going to put a little bit of this sand on the bottom to start. Okay, just like that. You're going to take your resin. You really should wear gloves with this, but I'm not going to because I'm not doing a big project. You're going to pour a very thin layer on top of that sand. Okay, that should do it for that. Now you understand why you want to plug that hole up. You don't want this seeping through. Cap it. And that looks pretty good. I'm gonna just let it even itself out. Now comes the black light. I'm gonna shut these lights off because it will make it work better. You don't want to stare at it, and you don't want to put your face right over it, okay? And you're just gonna hold it there until it's cured. And I'm gonna do this for a couple minutes and we'll do the next step. After about maybe 2 or 3 minutes of hitting this with your light, pretty hard. Next, we're gonna add another layer. We're not gonna use sand this time. We're gonna use these white stones. You can use another color if you choose, depending on the color of your tree on your little pot. So we're gonna add a small layer. Like that. You're going to add your resin again and hit that with your black light until that is hardened. Just a little bit like that. You don't want to add too much. That's why we're layering so it dries. Okay. Make sure your lights are off and hit this for about 3 to 5 minutes. That didn't take too long. Nice and hard. Now we're going to put the tray on there. And then we'll put a few rocks around it after. That's about the height I wanted it. Just make sure that your bottom wires are trimmed and flat. Okay, I want it just like that. So I'm going to put some resin on there just to attach the tray. Shut this light. Please remember to wear a mask because these fumes are not healthy for you. And just keep that light on there for a couple minutes until that stays. That dried nice. Hard as a rock. This is why I love using the resin for quick jobs and smaller jobs. And lastly, we are going to add more stone to go around. Not all the way to the top because I want some of the bonsai pot to show. So that looks pretty good. Add your resin. Now the tree is already intact. That's not going to go anywhere. So you don't need to add a whole lot of this, just enough to keep them stones down. And they're not going anywhere. Hit it with the light again. Please, please wear your mask. Lights off. And I will see you right back here when it's completely dry. There you have it. Solid as a rock. It amazes me how quickly this dries. And that is how you mount your bonsai in the little pots.